Hey guys, I'm Nate with Belmont, here to show you the Belmont Rapid Infuser. Here's the disposable. It comes in a surgical peel pack, it's pre-packaged, pre-assembled, every connection's pre-tightened, and it's color-coded red and blue for easy loading, and you load it dry with no burping or degassing of your bags needed. First step is to take it out of the package. And you're gonna snap the filter into that holder, and this red arrow is going to point up, and you're going to follow red to red, blue to blue, all the way around, and wherever there's any blue line, you're going to tuck in the tubing, and that interlock block sits right on that ledge, and that's it. Pretty easy, right? Now, after you power it on, there's only one thing that you can do. The system's gonna tell you, spike your bag and hit prime with only one button, and it's gonna say prime. So you'll take your bag, go ahead and spike it, and hit prime. And now we're auto priming the internal circuit. So we're priming everything up to the patient line. You'll notice that black wand that I just pointed to is occluding the patient line. It's going to have us go ahead and prime the patient line manually here in a second. And I'm going to go ahead and use this empty IV bag as my makeshift trash can. It brings up a message, says patient line prime. Tapping it, we'll go at 50 mLs a minute. Holding it down, we'll go at 200 mLs a minute. And this is the only time that you have to manually and visibly remove air from the system. After this point, the system automatically detects and automatically removes air, which means that you never have to disconnect from the patient, even if your fluid runs dry. And that's it. You're ready to hit stop, and now you're ready to connect to your patient. Press infuse, tap 500 starts rapidly infusing. And the first thing I want to show you is our automatic air detection and automatic air removal. So I'm gonna go ahead and clamp this line off and run this fluid dry. Now keep an eye on this patient wand and watch what happens as soon as the fluid runs dry. Did you guys see that? That black wand occluded the patient line. So when this happens with other competitive systems, you basically have to disconnect from the patient, reprime, go through that whole messy, lengthy process, and start all over again. With the Belmont, all you have to do is spike a new bag and hit reprime. And here's why. We have an ultrasonic air sensor behind this interlock block. That detected air in the line. It immediately shuts off our pump and immediately occludes the patient line with that wand. And all the air that's trapped inside, we're gonna recirculate it back into this reservoir and out that escape valve. So go ahead and clamp the lines that I'm not using, spike my bag, and hit reprime, and watch all this air come rushing back into the reservoir and venting out that escape valve. It's pretty cool, right? And in about 12 seconds, you're ready to start rapidly infusing again. The Belmont also has intelligent pressure control. So we have a set rate and an actual rate. The set rate is the rate that you want to infuse at. The actual rate is the rate you're able to infuse at based upon your catheter size. You'll also notice we have a P indicating pressure on the patient line. So I'm gonna go ahead and finesse this line and bring it above 300 millimeters of mercury. Now watch what happens to our actual rate. It's automatically starting to slow down. So if you say you have an 18 gauge connected and you hit 500 mLs a minute, instead of blowing the line or causing any vein trauma or having to manually adjust a roller clamp, the Belmont's gonna self-regulate that. And it's gonna give us a message that at the touch of a button, allows me to lock in the max flow rate for whatever catheter you have connected. In summary, the Belmont tells you the flow rate, max flow rate for whatever catheter you have connected to the system. Awesome safety and convenience feature. Error messages are something that we've heard a lot of complaints about in MTP protocols with other competitive rapid infusers. So we tried to make troubleshooting easy. So I went ahead and kinked the line. Because we have this screen, we're actually going to show you the error message and give you a corrective measure. So instead of having to blindly remember your last in-service or troubleshooting from top to bottom, bottom to top, wondering why the system's beeping at you, we're going to tell you exactly why and tell you how to fix it. The Belmont also runs on battery. You'll notice it says battery no heating. There's no rapid infuser on the market that heats on battery power, but we at least allow you to infuse at 50 mLs a minute and the battery will run for half an hour. A couple final cool things about the Belmont. It heats all the way down to 2.5 milliliters per minute for KVO or sepsis patients, and all the way up to 1,000 mLs a minute, all on this single disposable. You can spike up to 3 units of blood, saline, packed RBCs, FFPs, mix them all together with these 3 lines. One final thing about the Belmont Rapid Infuser is that you noticed the temperature read normothermic immediately upon startup. It creates electromagnetic inductive heating, which means there's no water bath or any wait period. As soon as you start infusion, it immediately starts heating. And that's the Belmont Rapid Infuser. If you want to see a demo in person, feel free to give me a call or an email. I'd love to come out there and give you some hands-on time with it and let you see with your own eyes in person just how easy this is to set up, how fast it heats, and how easy it is to use. Thanks.